Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Big Ranker here, and today I'm going to talk about my horse racing systems. So these are the things that I kind of mentioned in passing in my weekly betting updates, but I thought I would actually cover what my systems are and give you just a little bit of more information into it. So the key info on my systems is that I started doing this in January 2015, so only just over 2 years ago. I've got three systems currently in play. One system that I have tested and then scrapped after it failed, and all my systems are lay bets on Betfair. And today, my net profit is about $4,000, plus or minus depending on the recent day's activity. Here are the four systems all graphed together. So we've got the Handicap system, the Maidan, my Trots one, and then System A. So individually, the Handicap is my best system. So it's a 1% ratchet bet, which means 1% of the bankroll, the max bankroll, the highest bankroll. So every time the bankroll reaches a new peak, I up my betting stake. I started with $1,000 in the bank, and I'm currently up $5,500. So obviously, this is by far the best system because it's made all of my current profit and then some, which I've given away on the other systems. So this is definitely the best one, my favorite one. It looks like it's more volatile towards the end of that graph, the second half of that graph, but in reality, that's just because as the bankroll goes up, 1% is a bigger amount, which means I'm having bigger wins and bigger losses relative to the start. All right, my second system is the Maiden system. This is, I say it's roughly a 6% liability, as in a total max risk of my bankroll at any one given time. Now that's changed up and down. I've been sort of adjusting it down to reduce my risk. I started aggressively to try to build the bankroll, and then as we go, reducing the risk. Once again, started this one with a $1,000, and it's actually sitting at about minus $1,000 now. So it's nearly gone bust, but I have been adding to the bankroll, depositing, so it's not quite bust yet. Very disappointing. Like I hit a good peak up here of plus $1,000, but then since then it's never made any more, never reached that peak again. So it's spent over a year, over 18 months in drawdown mode. So yeah, started positively, and it's just been a fair bit disappointing since then. I'm going to keep this going for a little bit, but it is borderline towards being scrapped soon. Trots, so this is the one that I started in 2016 and have since scrapped it. So this is a 1% ratchet again. It was a Trots one. My back testing showed it was potentially a good system, but I had a lot of doubts, especially about the volatility of the Trots market. So I only started with $500, and yeah, you can see it started here, went up decently straight away, and I was like, oh, I've got another good system, and then it just failed. And it's never looked like coming back. Over a year of betting there, lost most of the bankroll, and I just gave up on it. So I scrapped it. Better things to work on. System A. So this is an interesting one I found. So I've gone with the half Kelly staking because the bets, the selections are not often. There's only, that's a year long graph there, and I probably bet 30 times, 40, maybe 50 times. I can't even remember, but it's not many. It's not frequent. And the thing with the Kelly staking and this system is that it often finds a lot of short priced horses that actually will lose because this is a lay system. So I want to maximize those, and the Kelly allows me to do that by having big amounts on those, and they're not risking heaps, but if they do lose, I'm going to make the big wins, which is some of these things here where you see this sharp increase. You also do get with Kelly the sharp decreases. So it's a bit more volatile, but it's also potential for a higher gain, and that's kind of what I wanted this system to be. As you can see, it's kind of up and down, up and down. It's currently $50 under. Neither here nor there, not enough data to really know how that system is playing out, so that will just continue on. But yeah, that's the four systems. So what's in future for my systems? So on the good ones, I will be increasing the stakes until I hit a ceiling. So the ceiling could be either the amount I can get matched on Betfair, or it could be a ceiling in terms of how my risk profile feels with that. Like in terms of I'm running them pretty aggressively still, and there is still a higher risk of going bust with a bad run. I've factored that into most of them, but there will be a point at which I start reducing the percentages so that even a bad run won't kill me. I will be retesting my existing. So a thing about having a system is you need to constantly retest or revalidate that the idea is still working, because the horse racing can change, and what was working 5 years ago or the last 5 years might not work this year. So you need to constantly retest, and I will be doing that. And I'll be scrapping the losers, so scrapping the ones that just run out of money or the retesting proves that it's not a good system anymore. They'll be scrapped, and that's the mindset you need to have. What used to work doesn't always work. Scrap it as soon as it starts. You can be confident it's not going to work in the future. And also be adding new systems. So I've got a database of 7+ years of horse racing, running different ideas and different tests and seeing if I can find different systems to exploit opportunities in the market. They're hard to find. It's a lot of effort, a lot of back testing. But as I find new systems, I will start them up again, similar to how I did the Trots or System A. Start them small, see how they go. But that's the end of this video. So that's my 3 systems, or my 4th system that's scrapped. Let me know if you want to hear more about this. I'm thinking about talking more about system betting and how to build a system. So that could be some more videos I'll make in the future. But yeah, subscribe to my channel, leave some comments, ask some questions, let me know what you think. And then until next time, good luck.